All right. So today, let's dive into something that's
Okay.
been like totally revolutionizing life on the water.
Okay.
Wireless internet for boats.
Right.
It wasn't that long ago that like staying connected at sea
Yeah.
meant like relying on those super slow, expensive satellite phones.
Oh, totally.
And now we're talking about like streaming movies and video calls,
Right.
even online gaming from the middle of the ocean.
It really is incredible, especially for like those who live and work
Yeah.
or spend extended time on their yachts.
And that's what we're unpacking today.
Okay.
We've got a stack of sources here, articles, tech reviews,
Right.
forum discussions that kind of give us the inside scoop on how it all works, what the best options are, and even a glimpse into the future of marine connectivity.
Yeah, what's so fascinating is that staying connected at sea,
Right.
it isn't just about luxury anymore. It's
Yeah.
become like vital for safety and even work efficiency.
I totally agree. Imagine being able to access like real-time weather updates.
Yeah. Doing navigation charts in an emergency or
Yeah.
or even running your business remotely
Right.
from your yacht in the Bahamas.
It's opening up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
But before we get ahead of ourselves,
Yeah.
let's start with the basics.
Right.
How do yachts actually get internet out on the open water?
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure my home Wi-Fi router
Yeah,
isn't going to cut it
definitely not.
once I'm a few miles offshore.
You're going to need something a bit more powerful.
Right.
Our sources, particularly this article from Concord Marine Electronics,
Okay.
break down the options pretty well.
Huh?
They talk about mobile Wi-Fi
Yeah.
using LTE or 5G, which is great for nearshore cruising.
Sure.
But once you're further out,
Yeah.
satellite internet becomes the key player.
And that's where we see companies like Starlink Maritime really making waves, so to speak.
Yeah, Starlink seems to be everywhere these days.
I know, right?
But I have to admit, I don't fully understand how it works,
Okay.
especially on a boat.
Is it as simple as just installing a Starlink dish
Right.
and you're good to go?
It's pretty close to that, actually.
Okay.
Starlink Maritime uses a specialized flat panel antenna,
Okay.
which is much less bulky than those giant satellite dishes you might be picturing.
Right.
It's designed to withstand that harsh marine environment
Yeah.
and connects to a router that provides Wi-Fi throughout the yacht.
So it's like having a super-powered Wi-Fi router
Yeah.
specifically for your boat,
Right.
using those low Earth orbit satellites we keep hearing about.
Exactly. And that's where Starlink has a significant advantage
Okay.
over traditional satellite internet.
Yeah.
Those older systems relied on geostationary satellites, which orbit much farther from Earth.
Okay.
This resulted in what we call high latency,
Right.
a noticeable delay between like sending a request
Yeah.
and getting a response.
Oh.
Starlink's low Earth orbit satellites dramatically reduce that latency,
Okay.
meaning you can have smooth video calls, online gaming, and even work on cloud-based applications.
Yeah.
That frustrating lag.
That's huge, especially for anyone who's ever tried to have a video call on a boat using traditional satellite internet.
Totally.
It's practically impossible.
Yeah.
But before we get too deep into Starlink,
Yeah.
I remember reading something about Starlink Mini and Starlink Roam
Okay.
not being designed for boats in motion.
Uh-huh.
Can you clear that up for us?
Absolutely. You're right. Those are designed for stationary use.
Okay.
Like RVs or camping.
Yeah.
Using them on a moving boat can actually void the warranty
Oh, wow.
and even get your service deactivated.
Really?
So for reliable internet on a yacht,
Right.
Starlink Maritime is the way to go.
That's a good point, especially for our listeners
Yeah.
who love to geek out on the technical details.
Right.
But let's step back for a second and
Okay.
address the bigger question.
Uh-huh.
Why is having a good internet connection
Yeah.
so crucial on a yacht these days?
Right.
It's not just about posting vacation photos on
Oh, no.
Instagram anymore, is it?
You hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
While staying connected with friends and family is definitely a plus,
Sure.
it goes way beyond that.
Okay.
Think about safety, for instance.
Yeah.
Access to real-time weather updates,
Right.
navigation charts, and communication channels
Ah.
can be absolutely crucial in an emergency.
That's so true.
Yeah.
You don't want to be caught in a sudden squall
Oh,
without knowing what's coming.
right.
It's peace of mind, especially if you're venturing further offshore.
Exactly. And let's not forget the growing trend of remote work.
Right.
With reliable internet.
Yeah.
You can manage your business, attend virtual meetings, and stay productive, all while enjoying the freedom of being on your yacht.
Right.
That's like taking your home office with you,
Yeah.
but with a much better view.
Okay, so safety, entertainment, remote work.
Yeah.
It's clear that internet connectivity has become essential for the modern yachting experience. But I'm still curious about those futuristic advancements.
Yeah.
We teased earlier.
Okay.
What's coming next in the world of marine connectivity?
This is where it gets really exciting.
Yeah.
Imagine AI-driven networks that optimize your bandwidth.
Okay.
Based on your usage patterns. Your internet connection could actually learn your habits and become more efficient over time.
That's mind-blowing.
I know, right?
It's like having a personal internet assistant on board.
Yeah.
What else is on the horizon?
Well, the continued expansion of 5G coverage is a big one.
Okay.
As 5G networks become more widespread,
Right.
we can expect faster speeds,
Right.
lower latency, and increased coverage even in remote areas.
Yeah.
This could be a game changer for yachts
Okay.
that rely on mobile networks for internet access when they're closer to shore.
I can see that being a huge benefit for those who cruise coastal areas frequently.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else that's got you particularly excited?
Absolutely. There's a growing push towards more eco-friendly
Okay.
and energy-efficient marine hardware. So the future of boat internet isn't just about speed and connectivity.
Right.
It's also about minimizing our impact on the marine environment.
Definitely. Sustainability is key.
Yes.
Especially when we're talking about enjoying the beauty of the ocean.
Right.
But I want to circle back to something you mentioned earlier.
Okay.
This idea of hybrid internet systems.
Yeah.
You mentioned the MDS blender as an example.
Uh-huh.
Can you break down exactly how these hybrid systems work
Right.
and why they're becoming so popular?
Of course, a hybrid system essentially combines multiple internet sources, like LTE 5G and satellite,
Yeah.
to provide the best possible coverage, bandwidth, and reliability.
So it's like having a backup internet plan.
Yeah,
But even better because it's all integrated into one system
exactly.
that can automatically switch between sources
Right.
depending on availability and signal strength.
Uh-huh.
So whether you're close to shore or out in the middle of the ocean,
Yeah.
you've always got the best possible connection.
That's the idea. Okay.
It's especially beneficial for yachts that travel long distances
Right.
or venture into remote areas where coverage can be patchy.
Yeah.
I know a lot of yacht owners who swear by these hybrid systems.
Good.
They say it's been a game changer for their peace of mind and productivity.
It sounds like it.
Oh, it is.
But switching gears a bit, let's dive deeper into Starlink Maritime.
Okay.
Everyone seems to be talking about it.
No, it's everywhere.
But I think a lot of people are still unclear on how it actually works.
Right.
And what sets it apart from those traditional satellite internet systems we've all come to know. And let's be honest, sometimes get frustrated with.
Oh, totally.
I think the main thing people need to understand about Starlink Maritime
Okay.
is that it's all about those low Earth orbit satellites we
Right.
talked about earlier. They're much closer to Earth than traditional geostationary satellites,
Right.
which results in significantly lower latency.
Exactly.
That means faster speeds, smoother streaming.
And seamless video calls, even when you're hundreds of miles from shore.
It's amazing.
It's hard to wrap your head around the fact
Yeah.
that you could be in the middle of the Pacific
Right.
and have an internet connection that rivals what you have at home.
I know, it's pretty incredible.
And the installation is surprisingly simple.
Yeah, it is.
You have a flat panel antenna that mounts to your yacht's superstructure, which then connects to a router that provides Wi-Fi throughout the vessel.
Right.
It's designed to be user-friendly,
Yeah,
even for those who aren't particularly tech-savvy.
that's a good thing.
That's a relief to hear.
For sure.
I'm always intimidated by complex installations.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic.
Okay.
There have to be some downsides to Starlink Maritime, right?
Well, I mean,
Nothing's perfect.
you're right. There are a few things to consider.
Okay.
One potential issue is obstruction.
Okay.
The antenna needs a clear view of the sky to maintain a strong connection. So trees, buildings, or other obstacles can interfere with the signal.
So if you're docked in a marina surrounded by tall buildings,
Yeah,
you might experience some signal degradation.
exactly. It's like trying to get cell service in a basement.
Right.
Another consideration is the cost.
Okay.
Starlink Maritime is a premium service,
Uh-huh.
so it's not the cheapest option available.
Right.
However, for yacht owners who prioritize speed, reliability, and global coverage,
Yeah.
it's often worth the investment.
Right. You get what you pay for,
Exactly.
especially when it comes to internet connectivity.
For sure.
But Starlink isn't the only game in town, right? What about those traditional VSAT systems?
Okay.
Are they still a viable option for yachts?
VSAT, which stands for Very Small Aperture Terminal,
Okay.
has been the standard for yachts for many years.
Uh-huh.
It uses geostationary satellites,
Right.
which, as we discussed, are much farther from Earth, resulting in a higher latency.
Okay.
VSAT systems also tend to have larger and more complex antennas, which can be more expensive to install and maintain.
So it sounds like Starlink Maritime has some clear advantages over traditional VS in terms of speed latency and ease of installation.
Absolutely. But VSD is still a reliable option for some yacht owners.
Okay.
It's a well-established technology with a proven track record.
Right.
And it can be a good choice for those who don't require the ultra-low latency of Starlink Maritime.
Okay.
Or have budget constraints.
Okay, so VSD is still on the table.
Yeah.
What about cellular networks?
Sure.
Can yachts realistically use LTE or 5G for internet access?
They can, but with some limitations.
Okay.
Cellular networks are great for nearshore use.
Right.
But their coverage drops off quickly once you venture further offshore.
So if you're cruising the coastline, you might be able to get by with LTE or 5G.
Yeah, you could.
But if you're crossing oceans,
right,
you'll definitely need a satellite-based solution.
Exactly. And even when you are within cellular coverage, the signal strength and bandwidth can be unpredictable, depending on your location and the network provider.
So it's not always the most reliable option for those who need consistent connectivity.
Right.
But it seems like there's a trend towards combining these different technologies, right?
Yes.
This idea of creating a hybrid solution that leverages the strengths of each option.
You're spot on.
Yeah.
Hybrid systems are becoming increasingly popular.
Okay.
Because they offer the best of all worlds.
Uh-huh.
They can seamlessly switch between cellular, VS8, and Starlink, ensuring that you have the best possible connection no matter where you are in the world.
That sounds pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It's like having a personal internet concierge who's always working behind the scenes to keep you connected.
It's not far off.
And as technology continues to advance, we can expect to see even more sophisticated hybrid solutions that are even more intelligent and adaptable.
For sure.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
Starlink Maritime, VTI cellular networks, and the rise of hybrid solutions. It's clear that the world of internet for boats is rapidly evolving.
Yeah, it's changing quickly.
Before we wrap up,
I
want to touch on a topic that's becoming increasingly important.
Right.
In this hyper-connected world, cybersecurity. With so many devices connected to the internet, yachts are becoming more vulnerable to cyber attacks, aren't they?
Absolutely. Cybersecurity is paramount for any yacht owner in today's world.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about protecting personal data anymore.
Right.
It's about protecting the yacht itself, its systems, and the safety of everyone on board.
That's a sobering thought.
It is.
What are the biggest cyber threats that yacht owners need to be aware of?
Yeah.
And what steps can they take to protect themselves?
Well, one of the most common threats is phishing attacks, where hackers try to trick people into giving up sensitive information like passwords or credit card numbers. Then there's malware, which can infect your devices and steal data. Or even take control of your systems.
Oh, wow.
And with more and more yachts incorporating smart technology, we're seeing a rise in attacks targeting those connected systems.
So it's not just about protecting your laptop or smartphone anymore. It's about protecting the entire yacht's network.
Exactly.
That sounds incredibly complex.
It can be, but there are steps you can take to mitigate these risks. First and foremost, education is key. Everyone on board needs to be aware of the potential threats. And how to avoid them. Simple things like using strong passwords. Being cautious about clicking on links. And keeping your software up to date can go a long way.
It sounds like common sense, but it's easy to become complacent.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you're on vacation and just want to relax.
That's true. And for those who want to take their cybersecurity to the next level, there are more advanced solutions available, like firewalls, intrusion detection systems, and even cybersecurity consultants who can assess your vulnerabilities and recommend customized solutions.
So it's a bit like having a security system for your yacht's internet connection.
Yeah, kind of.
And just like with any security system, it's an ongoing process.
Exactly.
You can't just set it and forget it.
Cybersecurity is a constantly evolving landscape. You need to stay informed about the latest threats and vulnerabilities and adapt your defenses accordingly.
Okay, so We've established that cybersecurity is crucial for any yacht owner who wants to enjoy the benefits of connectivity without putting themselves or their vessel at risk.
Absolutely. It's an essential part of responsible yacht ownership in the digital age.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
Into the world of internet for yachts.
Yeah, for sure.
We've explored the challenges, the solutions, the future of technology, and even the importance of cybersecurity.
Right.
But before we wrap things up, I want to circle back to something we touched on earlier.
Yeah.
The impact of seamless global connectivity on the yachting industry as a whole.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I think we're just scratching the surface of what's possible as internet access becomes more reliable, affordable, and ubiquitous at sea. It's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities for yacht owners, charter companies, and the industry as a whole.
I'm really curious to hear your thoughts on this. How do you see seamless global connectivity changing the yachting experience in the years to come?
Well, for starters, I think we'll see a surge in what's being called digital nomadism on the water. More and more people will be able to work remotely from their yachts, traveling the world and exploring remote destinations while staying connected to their jobs and businesses.
That's already starting to happen, right?
It is.
I've seen a lot of articles and social media posts about people living and working on their boats full time.
Exactly. And as connectivity improves, this trend is only going to accelerate. It's going to change the way people think about work-life balance and open up a whole new world of freedom and flexibility.
It's exciting to think about.
It is.
What other changes do you anticipate?
Well, I think we'll also see a significant impact on the charter industry. Yachts with reliable internet access will become even more desirable, allowing guests to stay connected with their families and businesses while enjoying their vacation. It could also lead to new types of charter experiences, like specialized trips for remote workers or digital nomads.
That's fascinating.
I know, it's really interesting.
It's like the yachting industry is merging with the world of remote work and digital nomadism.
Exactly. And I think we'll also see advancements in safety and navigation with real-time access to weather data navigational charts and communication channels. Yachting will become even safer and more accessible.
So it's not just about convenience and entertainment.
No.
It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Exactly.
And making the yachting experience more enjoyable, more efficient, and safer for everyone.
Absolutely. And I think that's what makes this such an exciting time to be involved in the yachting world. The future is full of possibilities, and internet connectivity is going to be at the forefront of this transformation.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
It's been a fascinating deep dive into the world of internet for yachts.
It has been.
We've explored the challenges, the solutions, and the future of this rapidly evolving landscape.
It is changing quickly.
And as we've discovered, internet access is no longer a luxury for yacht owners. It's an essential tool for safety communication, entertainment, and even work productivity. So as we wrap up this episode, I want to leave our listeners with one final thought. The world of yachting is changing, and internet connectivity is at the heart of this transformation.
It really is.
Embrace the possibilities, explore new horizons, and stay connected to the things that matter most. No matter where your adventures take you.
I love that. Yeah, it really has been a journey.
I feel like I've gotten a crash course in marine connectivity.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I have to say, I'm excited about the possibilities, especially this idea of digital nomadism on the water. It's like the ultimate freedom, exploring the world while staying connected to your work and passions.
It really is a fascinating trend, and it's not just for individuals either. We're seeing companies kind of embrace remote work policies, which opens up a whole new world for yacht crews as well.
Oh, wow.
Imagine being able to attract and retain top talent by offering the opportunity to work from anywhere in the world, literally.
That's a game changer for the industry. But let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something that might not be as glamorous as digital nomadism, but is equally important, cybersecurity. We touched on it earlier. But I think it's worth emphasizing just how crucial it is for yacht owners to take cybersecurity seriously.
You're absolutely right. It's so easy to get caught up
Yeah.
in the excitement of all this new technology.
Right.
And forget about the potential risks.
Yeah.
But neglecting cybersecurity is like leaving your yacht unlocked and unattended in a busy harbor.
Oh, wow.
You're just asking for trouble.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah.
So for our listeners who are new to the world of cybersecurity, what are the most important things they need to know? Where do they even begin?
Well, the first step is awareness.
Okay.
Understand the potential threats.
Yeah.
Things like phishing, attacks, malware, and ransomware.
Right.
And learn how to protect yourself.
Okay.
Simple things like using strong passwords, being cautious about what you click on,
right,
and keeping your software up to date can make a huge difference.
It's like those basic safety rules.
Yeah.
We all learned as boaters.
Yeah.
Wear your life jacket.
Right.
Check the weather forecast.
Exactly.
Know your navigation rules. Cybersecurity is no different.
Right.
It's about being proactive and taking responsibility for your own safety and security.
Exactly. And just like you wouldn't set sail without a first aid kit and safety equipment. You shouldn't connect your yacht to the internet without proper cybersecurity measures in place.
Okay.
There are some fantastic resources available online,
right,
like those from the International Maritime Organization and the Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency.
Okay.
They provide valuable guidance on best practices for protecting yachts and other vessels from cyber threats.
We'll make sure to include links to those resources in the show notes for our listeners. But what about those who want to go beyond the basics?
Sure.
Are there more advanced solutions for yachts that require a higher level of protection?
Absolutely. There are sophisticated security systems designed specifically for yachts, firewalls, intrusion detection systems, even virtual private networks, VPNs that encrypt your internet traffic. And make it much harder for hackers to intercept your data.
So there's like a higher level of security available.
And if you're really serious about cybersecurity, you can even hire a specialist to assess your vulnerabilities and recommend customized solutions.
So there's a whole range of options available.
Yeah.
From basic common sense practices to sophisticated security systems. It's about finding the right level of protection for your specific needs and risk tolerance.
And just like with any other aspect of yacht ownership, it's an ongoing process. You need to stay informed about the latest threats and adapt your defenses accordingly. The good news is that there are plenty of resources available to help you navigate the world of cybersecurity and keep your yacht and your data safe.
That's reassuring to hear.
Good.
But let's end on a more positive note.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the technical aspects of internet for yachts.
We have.
The different technologies, the challenge, the cybersecurity risks. But at the end of the day, it's all about enhancing the yachting experience, isn't it?
Absolutely. Internet connectivity is a powerful tool that allows us to stay connected with loved ones, access information, manage our businesses, and even explore new horizons. It's about freedom, flexibility, and expanding the possibilities of what's achievable on the water.
I love that it's like the ocean is becoming our extended living room, our office, our entertainment hub, all while still being this vast, awe-inspiring wilderness that we get to explore and experience.
It's a beautiful paradox, isn't it? And it's only going to become more integrated into the yachting lifestyle as technology continues to advance. I can't wait to see what the future holds.
Me too. It's an exciting time to be a boater, that's for sure.
It is.
So to our listeners out there, whether you're seasoned sailors or just starting to dream about life on the water, embrace the power of connectivity. Stay curious, stay informed. And most importantly, stay connected to the things that matter most. No matter where your ventures take you.
I love that.
And until next time, fair winds and following seas.